Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine.
And Jennifer.
And this morning, we're going to talk about keywords.
This is not 2000 and I don't know.
It's funny because for years as a content marketer, I've been screaming, forget about the keywords, focus on the content. But the one place that keywords were always still really important was in advertising.
Google Ads, for a long, long time, it was, getting those keywords and perfecting the keywords that you have. And we've gone down this long journey where keywords just don't matter as much anymore. And it started with, okay, you can't do modified bras. There was a certain match type, and then it got really loose on what you showed for and what you didn't show for, and now we're into a whole nother game.
Okay, so I mean, when I realized that keywords didn't matter on content, I focused on questions. So, from a content development perspective, what I started looking at is how do I write content that answered questions,
Yeah.
and what do I do when I'm creating ads if I'm not focusing on the keywords? What's the kind of the magic sauce?
So this is not new, and we have certainly talked about it on this show several years back, but it's just really gaining steam. And there is a new type of ad that you can do. So I guess not new, but you should definitely be using part of your ad budget for. It's called Google Performance Max.
Mhm.
And it is designed very differently in that you are not choosing keywords, kind of. I'll come back to that. But you are choosing audiences in which you want to target. And Google is taking your ads and placing it across all of their different type of ad platforms. So we're talking YouTube, Google Display, Search, Gmail, Discover, based on the audience type.
So you're in a way Performance Max is actually copying some of what I would call the capabilities of social media advertising, because that was always the difference between the two, where social media advertising was really built around a demographic
Yeah.
profile, and search on Google was built more around specific needs and people looking for specific kinds of information. And now with Performance Max, what Google is saying is you can still do search, but
Yeah.
we're also going to offer you this other demographic profile.
And I have to go down this rabbit hole. What's like so super interesting about this is Google got into this game right after Apple decided that it was going to do this privacy iOS 14 and block all app users from tracking people from the app to the website. And Google pays Apple billions of dollars to have their search on their phones, and oh my gosh, they got really good at audience targeting at the exact same time.
Okay, so you know that right now, even as we speak, and maybe this is a conference for another day, but even as we speak, Google is in a trial with the Justice Department over antitrust issues
Yeah,
and about the fact that they have made their search so pervasive it has locked out all other competitors.
you gotta follow the money, guys. But I mean, that's a whole nother well, yeah, I'll
And
stay on point here. Keywords. So yes, so when you're running these ads, let's talk about like the different types of audiences that you can create. I said keywords don't matter, but I can create an audience of people who have searched certain keywords, and I can target those people regardless of where they are at. I can create an audience of people who have been to your competitor websites or similar websites and go after people that way. I can create an audience of people who have interacted with certain apps and create an audience that way.
So it's really it's less about the demographics per se, and more about the online behavior.
You can do that too. I can do demographically male, female, age, income. I can do all of that. I can do
Okay, so
in
here's the thing though with
Mhm.
Google. Um, how do they profile users on some of those really profile users on some of those demographic characteristics?
If you don't think when you go to purchase things is not integrated with your email, which is integrated with the email that you use, like it's all there. There is so much data sharing happening behind the scenes. That's where the money is really at with these big tech companies. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's there.
You know, that whole idea that you follow the money to understand where the information is and where it's going is so true.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, a lot of people base their decision not me, on money, but that's a whole other subject. Um, but, yeah, in market so you're already in market, your behavior of visiting certain websites, I can do that. You've been to certain websites. I can do that, your affinity for that. So you like running shoes, and so you're probably likely going to be a runner.
Mhm.
Like it's a lot, and it's really good, and it's gotten really great. And you need part of your ad budget for it now.
Absolutely. And so I'm going to say this, that online advertising has done nothing but get more complicated over the last 10 years, you
Oh
know.
yeah,
And 10 years ago you could still do it yourself. You really can't at this point. You can spend money. I mean, the average,
oh
and
yeah.
this is not just me, telling you you should hire Jen. You should. But the truth is that with all of these different types of ads and all of these different advertising opportunities, you can throw a lot of money at the ads very quickly and not get the results that you want.
Yeah.
And that's really a problem.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I will always state that there is a time and a place for ads, and so there's a strategy to determining whether or not you are ready for ads. But I mean, thank you. Otherwise, but keywords don't matter. They haven't mattered for a while when it comes to SEO for content. They're not mattering anymore in ad space. Um, and then next week, we're going to talk about how TikTok is coming after Google.
Yeah. Yeah. The ad game continues to change. And so if you want to keep up with the ads, you definitely need to keep joining us every Friday morning. But also, if you've got specific questions on advertising, you need to book a 1 hour working session with Jen. And you can
Yeah,
find the link on digitaltoolbox.club.
happy to help. Take care.
Bye now.